This is the video for under the bonnet of the car. You've got windscreen wash, coolant, oil and brake fluid. You can tell which one's which in this car at least, because this has got the windscreen wiper icon on it. That's got like a little temperature gauge on it, so you know that's the coolant. That's got an oil thing on it, so it's oil, and this one has got brake fluid written there, but you can just remember that as being yellow. So the windscreen wash has no minimum or maximum on it. You literally would just open it up and have a look, or look down, see if you can see the colour. So if they ask you how would you know you've got sufficient amount of windscreen wash, you would just tell them that you would just have a look and see if you could see, or open it up and see if you could see, but don't touch it because the engine will more than likely be hot because you'd have been driving it around before the test. So remember not to touch it. Just remember to tell them you would just have a look and see if you can see any, and if you can't, you give it a little top up. The coolant does have a maximum and a minimum, and it should be at least halfway between the two. If it's about halfway, it probably needs a bit more topping up, but about halfway is fine. That's what they're looking for. So it should be at least halfway between the minimum and maximum. The brake fluid's the same. Minimum and maximum on the side should be at least halfway between the two. And the oil's the same, but the difference with the oil is that it doesn't have a minimum or maximum on the side. It's got a dipstick, so you pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it back out again, and it should be about halfway between the minimum and the maximum, which it kind of is at the moment, but I'm on a hill, so it's not really a good reflection of how far up the tank has filled. So make sure you tell them should be done on a cool engine, when the engine's cool, and on a flat surface. Windscreen wash, you would just look in it. Coolant should be halfway between the minimum and maximum. Brake fluid should be halfway between minimum and maximum, and oil should be halfway between the minimum and maximum. Difference is you've got the dipstick with the oil, and that's that.